Hey guys, welcome back. So in this video I'm going to show you how to actually remove the printer head itself. I'm removing it now because I'm going to be putting in the printer head protectors. So I'm just getting it removed now. I haven't received it yet, but I'm just going to prepare for it now. So we're going to start off. You got to get your printer head unlocked, okay? And once your printer head's unlocked, there's two screws on the back of this, your printer head here, okay? There's two screws here. You got to take those off, and those will come off, okay? And your printer head is under there, okay? Now, before you do that, I mean, you could do that. You got to take this off to actually get to the hoses and everything. And this is like a maintenance panel in general. This is a really good panel, nice little panel they have here for maintenance. So you kind of pull this off. You have your ink hoses here, okay, all right here. And then this is just a little protective plastic shield on it, okay? Just protects them when it's moving back and forth. So you're gonna want to move your printer head over into this position here, okay? And now you can see where all your lines go in. Let's take a closer look when we take this cover off. And we have our little dampers here, okay, 6 of them. And when we pull these out, underneath is our printer head. And that's what I kind of want to get to put the protective shield on it and then get it back in place here. So we start off by just doing that, and then from this point we're going to pull off these hoses here, okay? So these will be next to come off, and then once we get that off, I'll show you what to do next. Okay guys, once you get these two covers off, you've got to get these hoses out, okay? And it's going to start off, we're going to take this spring off, okay? Which in turn will allow us to take this off. But there's two screws that are holding this on still. And we've also got to take off this plastic guard here, okay? And then you got to just have a space for the hoses. I got a box here just to kind of rest the hoses on and stuff. Or you can just kind of put them underneath after. We'll see what we do there. I just kind of put this here just in case. But anyhow, so the two screws, the guard here, the plastic guard, okay, that'll just unclip and you put that back in after, okay, and then these hoses all have to come out of the dampers, okay. So now they're, you know, they are tender, but like they do have a little bit of firmness to them, so they can handle a little bit. The idea is to pull straight out, okay, and kind of give it a nice little pinch and kind of a pull action, but straight, okay? And then that hose should just come out nice and straight, okay? And you can kind of use these guards here when you get in there. I'll show you, but you kind of feel it, and then you just kind of pull out. You don't have to be like super gentle. You know, be gentle, but not like super gentle, because you're gonna have to give it a little bit of a tug, okay, when you get to that point. I'm not gonna do it now. I like to give myself some space, as much as like if I had to do it, I could do it here. But if I can remove this stuff first and allow myself to have a little bit more play with the hoses, then it's gonna be a little bit more safe for me to pull these out straight. And not have any stress on the hoses at all, or less stress anyhow. So that's what we kind of aim for. So what I want to do is mark these, okay? The hoses, because we want to put them back after in the same order, of course, right? So what we're going to do here is mark. So sort of when you pull the hoses out, they're going to sort of stay in this sort of bent state because they've been like this for so long, okay? So when you move them, I sort of just set them aside so they're sort of almost stay in the same positioning, right? So that when you bring them back, it they're almost in the same position, like the same kind of groove to go back to where they go, okay? So I pull them off, but I make a scorch with just a Sharpie, just a line here, and then I do a little line here across. So I know that I have to follow a line, okay? And that line should line up at the end as well as the hose is going into the right one. Now these are marked, okay? And also on the damper, we have to pull these out. I'm gonna mark one L1 and then just put 2, 3, 4, 5, R6, okay? Right 6. So I'll know that the R represents the right, and the 6 is the 6th one, okay, which is the last one, but right side, left side. So I know the R will be on the far right, and the L will be on the far left. But I'm putting the 1, 2, 3 as well, 4, 5, 6, so you know which damper after that goes in that order. So that's why you put the R1, 2, you just put 2, just R1, and then you just have to put 2, 3, 4, 5, and then, or L1, and then R6, okay? So that's to mark the dampers, and then I'm gonna show you just quickly, just with a Sharpie, I just kind of go across, okay? Just across, like that. Just make a mark. Just doesn't have to be anything crazy, okay? And then I just kind of come across here to here, and then to here, and that's it. Now I got my line, okay, across. So aside from the colors showing, but like I said, the hoses, because they've been in this position for so long, they'll probably for the most part stay in that position. So let's get started, and you start off with the spring, of course, to relieve the tension from this when we get the screws out, okay? Okay, so to get this out, you just want to grab a little needle nose, pliers, okay? And you don't want to pinch here and try to pull off, okay? Because that plastic, this is fairly strong plastic, I'll give it that, but you still don't want to stress it because it is kind of thin and there is a chance that you could break that. So what you want to do is get in behind it, okay? And don't squeeze super hard on the spring. Just taunt it. And what will happen is, and this part here where it locks, okay, your locking mechanism, just put your finger on it and hold firmly so the printer head and stuff doesn't move, okay, too much. And then you just pull up on the spring and pull over, and it comes just out nicely, and just let it fall in, okay, because that's where we got to put that back on after, okay? So now we have the 2 screws to compete with here. So we're just gonna, now I haven't broken into this yet, so I gotta like sort of break into it. So let's do that. Hopefully the screwdriver works. Okay, so good. So there we go. All right, we're in. There. All right. Not too much. As long as you don't have to put too much pressure. Okay, just pull them out nice and straight. Again, there's hoses and stuff in here, but you can be a little bit like, you can be a little bit rough. Okay, so you pull these out, these 2 here, and that is what's holding that guard in place, okay? And so we do that, there, like that. Oops, no, I didn't get a magnet screwdriver yet, so I'm gonna screw it up. Okay, so there we go. We got those, and now this guard here is loose as a goose, okay? It'll come off here, so we just kind of pop up on, just hold the printer head part down, and I'll get a flat head for that maybe. Let me see here. So I got that there, okay. So, it's even attached to it, okay. So once you move, this whole thing has to go with the hoses, it looks like. So let me see there, okay, oops. All right, let's see here, let's see what comes off. Okay, that whole guard comes off. That comes off, and that, okay. So let's remove this plastic guard here. Okay, this plastic guard, kind of getting in the way. Forgot to remove it, so we'll put that back on after. Again, don't pull at it or rip it. Kind of bend into it, and not too much because you got the hoses there as well. Okay, So, and then just like kind of just pull across and it'll come out, and it's pretty strong, and it's just, you know, again, it's just protecting those hoses there. So so now that we have this off, okay, it's a little bit more loose now, this here. There we go. So now this whole thing's off. Now all that's left to do to get this entire thing off to get to our dampers is just pulling these out. And again, it's, you know, it's straight out, okay? So just kind of pull like straight out and get like nice and firm with it, okay? Don't be afraid, and it will come out. Now mine don't have ink in it, but if there's ink in it, it's fine. It'll still come out the same. It's not gonna like shoot out ink and stuff like that, okay? So then pull this out, or maybe you do have to pull the line or purge the lines out or something. I gotta look at that, but just I'm doing it without anything. I don't have ink in this yet, so I'm doing this all from scratch, right? So again, don't be afraid to pull out. You know, you know, be gentle, but again, firmly gentle, I guess you can call it, whatever you want, but just don't be afraid. If you are, then just don't do this. But just get a nice firm grip at the neck, and straight out, so that you're not stressing it, and they come straight out. And again, you just give it like nice little tugs, and just kind of release it, and then just pull straight out. So now that the hoses are out, they're aligned pretty much like, you know, how they're gonna go when I put this back. So now I can take this whole piece here, okay, and oh, the hoses are in there, that's fine. So the hoses kind of are inside this here, just a little clip in there. And now the hoses are out, okay? And take the spring out, because I put it here on a box, so there's no stress. It's not like leaning or hanging. I dropped the spring inside there, so you kind of don't want to do that. But I got my needle nose here, and they're there to save the day for that one. Just be attentive. So that one, I know for next time, just pull the spring right out. I thought I could leave it there for a sec, but so now we got the hoses out. So next we're gonna move to the removal of your dampers here. I'm gonna change the angle on the camera and stuff, but that was for that part of the removal to get to the print head, okay? Okay guys, as you can see, I got the hoses out, and now we've got to get our dampers out. I've already marked them, just so you can see it now. Right, 6, and then 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, okay? And then put an L on the first one, L1, okay? Now, to get these out, you've got to remove these screws here, okay? And then you just kind of pull back and then pull the damper out. What I like to do is remove the screws first and then remove the dampers. So I'm gonna remove these screws here. So remove each screw, there's 6 of them. Okay, make sure you don't lose it down the side. If you're not confident enough to get it with your finger, you know, should be getting a magnetized one by this time. But in any event, I don't mind grabbing them with my fingers. So that's what I'm gonna do. At least I have something that's kind of magnetized that'll pick it up. So I can just kind of do that, and then just do that and pick it up there. Done. Okay. I usually have I have a little actual magnet, like a little tiny one that's really strong, and it's like on a telescope, and you can just go, and if anything drops, you kind of can pick it up. It even had a light on it too. I'm not sure where it is, but anyhow, we'll get to that later. So this here, you just pull back. Okay, see how these metal sleeves here? Let me see how it looks on the camera. Okay, you can pretty much see what I'm doing here. Should look before that, but yeah. So these here, you just kind of pull back. I'm using the star head very lightly just to kind of pull back here, and then you just give it a lift up action. Okay, like just to kind of just pull right out, and then you just take it out, and that's Whoops, there we go, I'll get it in the camera here. That's your damper there. Okay, that's my right, whoops, back the camera up a bit here. So that's my right 6 there. Okay, and then I'm gonna put that aside. And I've got all the screws there. And I'm gonna kind of put them in an order as well here. So let's just do that, then 4, pull forward, you'll hear a clip, and then you just pull up, okay? You'll hear a little clip. Again, pull back, okay, clip, then just pull the damper out in the front, pull back. From the front, like pull back, so just show you with number 2 here. Just pull back with the front like that. It just kind of comes right out, okay? That's what you do with that. And L1, and then just pull back until the clip. And then just pull back nice and gently, and then straight up. Now, if ink's in it, it's a little different. This is brand new still. No ink is in it. And there's 4 screws in the print head. Okay guys, so we're inside now. You want to watch that you don't hit any of these, you know, where the channels are, where they go through the screens here. You're just taking out the 4 screws here. Just watch you don't hit anything. You just always want to be careful. And again, just be a little bit firm. And with this one here, I'm going to use the magnet to actually pull these out properly. So I'm just going to do that and exchange it to there, and that's 1. Because they both flat, so I'm just going to kind of carry it over. Okay. All right, so that is all 4 screws out. Now let's just remove this printer head, and I'm going to put the where it's going to be stored until I get my guards. But I wanted to get into here, into my printer anyhow. Afterwards, I want to take a look at a few things. So again, you just kind of give it a little wiggle, not too much. Just what I'm doing is with my fingers is on these 2 guards here is I'm pushing like towards them and straight up, okay? And nice and gently, and you're gonna have some ribbon that you've got to compete with a little bit, okay? So then just get a hold of it and give it a little push over, and voila, you've got ribbon that you've got to take off of this, okay? Now that's the part that you really got to be careful with, okay? So I'm gonna get a better angle and show you guys that, okay? I'll just drop that there for a sec. Okay guys, so when you get those 4 screws out, you're gonna want to push against these guards firmly. Come straight up. Okay, and then you have, okay, you got your ribbon here that is in the sides, okay? So you're gonna want to pull those out just nice and straight. All right, you gotta get in here. So just see how they're in there. Nice and straight like that. Hopefully they haven't done anything here, and I gotta re-put in ribbon. So just kind of pull straight out on each end. It's just like kind of straight out. Don't be afraid. I know you're gonna have to put it in after, but okay. So my head's out now, okay? And I gotta put the guards on these 2 things afterwards. So that's what I'm gonna do afterwards. Oh, what a beautiful head. So I'm gonna put it away for now, in a safe spot, inside here and in the dark, in the plastic bag. Okay. Out of the light just as best I can, and I'm gonna store this for now until it's ready, ready to be worked on. I thought it would be in the mail today, but it didn't come in. I think it's sunlight that really wrecks these ones, but I just try to keep it. You guys weren't seeing me there. I sort of put it in a plastic bag and packaged it, and now I'm going to put it in a nice spot where the temperature is right and it's in a dark place. So I'm going to do that with the printer head. I've got this box for it. I'm gonna do the same with my dampers here. Okay, I got all the dampers and those there. And then I'm just gonna kind of close it up. It's red, like the head's out now, so I can work in here if I want, take a look around, see what's going on. But I'm just gonna put this down because I'm gonna go to bed now. But I just wanted to get this video out and get that done, because I've got a little addiction going on here now with working on printers. So yeah, that's that. And that's on the Epson ET-8550, taking out the removal of the print head. Okay, and I'm going to be putting on and doing a video of the application of the protective for the head. So the protective part where it leaks out. Anyhow, you'll see that there's going to be a protective shield video as well. So like and subscribe, follow, and share this out. And yeah, that's the removal. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on my next one.
Let me be your pusher, 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 ayy. I got that good stuff that you want.